It is another beautiful weekend here in the Tampa Bay area where the Tampa Bay Rowdies look to stay perfect tonight, hosting Oakland Roots SC. This Rowdies pre-match show brought to you by Suncoast Credit Union. More perks, less fees. Join Suncoast today. Welcome, everyone, inside the booth. We're so excited you're here. Drew Felios alongside the Rowdies legend, Jeff Attinella. So far, so good for Tampa Bay. A perfect 4-0. Jeff, what has been the biggest key to their success?
Well, it's been interesting because with all the offensive firepower they brought in this offseason, for me, it's been the defense that's really been carrying the team. They've only given up one goal, and it wasn't even in the run of play. They've been organized defensively, very difficult to break down. And when you play that style with the offensive firepower they have, there's going to be a lot of success on the field.
So many players settling into their roles, especially M.D. Myers. As we take a look at our players to watch, brought to you by Suncoast Credit Union. Myers, his job, score goals, and he is doing just that.
He is, and he's finally healthy. We saw him in the starting 11 last week. He gets another run in the starting 11 this time at home. Off the bench, has had a lot of success. He's somebody that loves to put the ball in the net. He's super competitive. He likes to get himself in front of the goal. So keep an eye on him tonight. I think it's going to be a lot of problems for the Oakland defense, and look for him to line up the score sheet, continuing as the season goes forward.
And if he has an equal on the other side, it's not Wolfgang Puck. It's Wolfgang Prentice. He can put the ball in the back of the net as well.
This is an Oakland Roots team that has a lot of offensive firepower as well. It should be a good matchup tonight, but he's been leading the way so far for this team. And the Rowdies defense that we talked about, they're going to need to know where he is on the field at all times because this is the best forward play that they've been facing so far this year.
This Rowdies team so far has just been absolutely electric. The crowd here at Al Lang Stadium has responded to them. And tonight, if they get this victory, they will go to 5-0, matching their best start in the modern era, which was back in 2021. It should be a great one. Tampa Bay hosting Oakland Roots SC. Stay tuned. Right after this, the kickoff from Al Lang Stadium. Don't go away.
Babe, are we out of paper towels?
I think so. And maybe a new toy for Sunny.
Already in my cart. Ooh, it's the newest viral tumbler.
I mean, we're getting instant cash back, so go for it.
Suncoast Cashback Plus gives you up to 20% back combined with your Suncoast Credit Union checking or savings account. From everyday purchases, dining out, or buying gift cards, you'll get cash back on the spot. Get started at suncoast.com/morecash.
That must be our new 500 times the cash scratch off. What a massive multiplier.
It's like I always say, go big or go bigger.
And it'll help us do huge things for education.
Donut? I'll take 500.
I'll get the multiplier.
Times the cash scratch-offs from the Florida Lottery. It's good fun.
Your love of driving started early. As you zoomed down your imaginary highway, someone was always there to protect you, to make sure you're still covered. Kemper Auto knows your journey and will help you along the way. Affordable, personalized auto insurance you can count on. Get a quote today.
The Tampa Bay Rowdies are back at Al Lang Stadium for the 2026 season, with new players, new hunger, and new standards. But we can't do it alone. Talent alone doesn't win games. Your support matters. The atmosphere matters. Every rep, every sprint, every tackle, we are fighting for you. The season starts now. Join the fight and get your tickets at rowdysoccer.com. Come on, you Rowdies.
Just moments away from kick. Rowdies energy alive and well here at Al Lang Stadium. Tampa Bay trying to preserve that unbeaten season. Oakland Roots coming from the West Coast, trying to give Tampa Bay their first setback of 2026. Let's take a look at the starting formations brought to you by the all-new Tampa Bay Rowdies podcast. First for Tampa Bay, we always talk about goal scorers, but let's not forget about Lewis Hilton, who has done a magnificent job so far this season. Brian Schaefer in the back as well. And guess what? Tampa Bay's got their #1 guy in goal once again.
Jamali Waite back in goal for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. He's a welcome sight to see for this team. Charlie Ostra on the left back to the starting lineup, but you nailed it. Schneider and Hilton, the two defensive midfielders, have been playing so strong for this group so far this season. They're a big part of the reason they've had so much success defensively.
Let's take a look at the Oakland Roots SC roster. Wolfgang Prentice we talked about in the open. I'll tell you what, this Tommy McCabe, this guy is just a passing machine. He is so accurate with it.
And he's somebody that Ryan Martin brought over and he's really familiar with. He's a player who loves to be on the ball. Look for him to spray those passes, put out some fires in the midfield, but trying to connect with these forwards. We spoke about it. Oakland has some offensive firepower. They even have good players coming in off the bench as well. Should be a matchup that they love to control the ball, try to get the thing moving from side to side, getting the ball forward, so it should be a good one here tonight.
77 degrees, sun slowly going down here in downtown St. Pete. Oakland will wear the black uniforms. Tampa Bay has got their white home kits on. Just a perfect night for the beautiful game as the stadium fills up here. And Tampa Bay has just been outstanding at home, especially the last two outings. They've put 6 goals on the board. They got a shutout and then a 3-1 victory last time they were here against Loudoun United. So the Rowdies right now with 12 points, second place in the East, and just absolutely cooking on all cylinders. And guess what? It is 1990s night. You will hear in the background some of the great tunes of the 1990s. And you know Dominic Casciato, the Rowdies head coach right now, living the good life, just named USL head coach of the month. That is a very prestigious honor.
And he's somebody, he has this team dialed in. You can tell from the details, he's very detail oriented as a coach. I saw it from the first time I met him in preseason. Very detail oriented, making sure his team is on the same page. Carries over a lot of what he brought from Omaha into this group, and it's really shown throughout the course of the season. And a recognition for him that, you know, it's well deserved because obviously they're off to such a strong start.
Yeah, outstanding coaches on both benches here tonight. Our coaching matchup brought to you by Suncoast Credit Union. There's Ryan Martin. So he comes over from Loudoun United. Loudoun had their best season in franchise history last year, Jeff. Now he comes over to Oakland, hoping to have that same success.
Oakland has to just be so happy to land a coach like Ryan Martin. It was a little bit surprising that Loudoun let him go after what he was able to build that program into, really taking it from the bottom up to a playoff team. He brings his style of play over to Oakland, and this is a team that's going to come here and play tonight. He's not going to sit back. He wants to bring the pressure, and he's been a successful coach in this league, so Oakland should be very happy to have him at the helm.
So underway. Oakland will throw it in from the far side. This Oakland Roots squad, 5 goals scored, 4 conceded so far this season. 2-1-1 on the year, 10th place in the West. A franchise that was founded 7 years ago. So the Rowdies certainly with the tradition edge here tonight. Let's see if they can out execute the visitors here on their home pitch. Gibson now with the throw-in.
This Oakland Roots team, this is going to be the biggest test for me that the Rowdies have had so far this season. They're going to come in, they're a really special group, especially when you're talking about offensively. They like to keep the ball, they like to push the tempo. So the Rowdies are going to need to play their game, but also be aware that Oakland is a team that is strong on the ball. They like to get that ball forward, use their attacking weapons, and they're not afraid to do that on the road as well.
Rowdies trying to get numbers moving forward here early. Tampa Bay's got a little space to work with here. They get it in front. Look out, Rowdies on the move. Tried the quick crossover as Sebastian Cruz. Remember, he had that dazzling goal against Loudoun to start things off the last time the Rowdies were here.
Looked like Cruz was going to be in on net there. He opted to cut it back, trying to find that cutback pass to his unfavorable left foot, but you know, you can just see how quickly the Rowdies are in these moments of transition.
This one knocked down by Hilton. Rowdies keep possession. So early that pressure paying some dividends. Tampa Bay their first shot. Here's the rebound, and the Rowdies take less than 3 minutes to score their first goal, courtesy of Marco Nicoletto on the rebound.
Well, that one did not take long. And that's a goal that the goalkeeper for Oakland, Kendall McIntosh, would like to have back. As Nicoletto, he gets to celebrate this one with his daughter. The last time he did that, unfortunately, he was called offsides, but no offsides on this one. It starts with a distant shot from Cicerone. McIntosh, he could have done better with that one, trying to control it. Instead, he spills the rebound, and Marco Nicoletto's right there to clean it up. Just a nice, easy tap in, calm, composed. But it starts with Cicerone taking that shot from distance. We know he likes to shoot the ball with power. Unfortunately for the goalkeeper, McIntosh, he spills it, but Micheletto's there to pick it up, and the Rowdies are off and running in this one.
Second goal of the season for Marco Micheletto, and with that goal, the Rowdies have donated another $250 to Orlando Health. And how about, Jeff, the goalkeeping situation for the visitors tonight? Kendall McIntosh gets the start, but Rafael Spiegel red carded in the last affair for Oakland Roots. Kind of a bizarre situation there.
Yeah, it was very bizarre. And Spiegel, he's been one of the better goalkeepers in the league early in this season, but McIntosh himself, he's an established guy. He's played in the MLS. I spent some time with him in Portland as well. He's gotten a lot of minutes in the USL, so he's an experienced backup. That was a goal he'd definitely like to have back, but he's definitely capable of making some big-time saves.
So first corner kick about to happen here for the Oakland Roots. Oakland coming off a bye week, so they've got fresh legs here tonight. And there's Jamali Waite for the Rowdies. Fresh off representing his home country, Jamaica, international play. Now sets for a Colony Grill corner kick. Tampa Bay getting set. Do have a light wind here tonight. Right now blowing from left to right. Tommy McCabe has a dynamite right foot. Let's see where he places this one.
And there's so much traffic right now around the goalkeeper. Oakland team on this set piece just surrounding Jamali Waite, which make it difficult for him to come out. See if McCabe's able to drop this right in front of all that traffic.
Cicerone and Wilson trying to get position. So Abdu Njai step in. He's our head referee here tonight. This one's sent on the ground. The Rowdies immediately don't take any chances. Ralph's Mob, Skyway Casuals rocking the house early here in Outland. Tampa Bay with a 1-0 lead.
Shout out to the supporters groups for this team. They've been really representing this year. They traveled extremely well to Jacksonville last week. And anytime, if you're a player on the field, you have these supporters group, even making road trips, it just means so much to the guys.
Now it's McCabe. Everything going through number 4. We'll send it back here to McIntosh. David Garcia playing things forward. On the front foot now, Julian Bravo. Tampa Bay gets it with Lewis Hilton, and he gives it away. Look out here, the Rowdies now backpedaling and unable to clear. McCabe able to knock it down, and the possession will continue. Prentice and Hilton able to get good position that time on the inside and take that away. Akoff now in the corner, and the Rowdies will clear it. Well, how about this ball? Rowdies now a chance to attack here. It's Micheletto. Micheletto through the legs. Cicerone centers it. Oh, it's off the post. Tampa Bay nearly doubling their lead. Wow.
Not sure how that one didn't find the back of the net, and that's just a great example of how quick the Tampa Bay Rowdies can get you in a counter-attacking opportunity. The ball is in their back defensive half. It's good build-up play to get themselves out of danger. Next thing you know, Micheletto's in on a through ball. Cicerone has an opportunity to get it on goal, and unfortunately for Myers, he ends up hitting the post.
So look out, now it comes the other way. Rowdies trying to settle things. Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of USL Championship, from the grassroots to the pros. They're every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and so much more. Select is the player's choice. And right now, we got a player down. Player is number 7. That's Burton Jacquisson, a Frenchman. A late add to this roster, getting the start here tonight.
Nice to see him pop up. Anytime you have a little bit of a head collision like that, making sure that everybody's safe is the #1 priority. It looked like him and Dos Santos just going up for the same ball. Unfortunately, instead of finding the ball, they ended up clashing heads.
So the Rowdies now are built from the back.
Go ahead.
If you're Coach Casciato right now, you got to absolutely love what you are seeing. Passes are crisp. Rowdies are winning the 50-50 balls. And the chemistry, the cohesion right now is just on point.
Yes!
Ask Coach Casciato, how do you keep the guys motivated now, given that you are undefeated and it's so easy, Jeff, to let your guard down? And he said, we're just worried about tonight. That's all we are focused on, just taking every single game one at a time.
But just speaking with these players and even being around them on day-to-day in the locker room and in the facility, you can tell that this group is really working towards a common goal. It's not a week-to-week thing in terms of, you know, if they get one win, they're really excited about it. They get the win, they get the result that they're looking for, and it's all about their business, and they're moving on to the next one. So when you have a group that's really bought into a bigger picture, the way that Coach Dominic Casciato has been able to get this Rowdies group to buy in early in the season, you're not going to really be affected by these wins. You just want to keep it moving and keep your head down working forward.
Nice tackle that time, just as the ball got to Dion Akoff's feet. And the Rowdies here with a throw-in courtesy of Sebastian Cruz. 4 victories for Tampa Bay, Birmingham, Pittsburgh, Loudoun, and Sporting Jacksonville, all falling victim to this new brand of Rowdies soccer here in 2026.
Nicoletto really doing a good job of getting himself forward from that midfield position early in this game. He's making his runs in behind that back line, trying to stretch his back line from Oakland. Oakland's a team, they like to keep their line a little bit higher, but if you can find that space in behind, and especially you're making those runs from the midfield, those are going to be threatening runs all night long.
Dangerous pass that time. Tampa Bay defensive here in the first 11 minutes. Right now they're flying to the soccer ball. I almost want to say football. It looks like football defense the way they are converging towards that ball, kind of like guys just going to make the tackle, Jeff.
Oakland, their team, they like to build out on their goal kicks. It's something that they've been doing all year long. They end up doing a good job of it here, but for me it's a little bit risky, especially with the way that the Tampa Bay Rowdies like to press, but they're able to find their way up the field eventually. But here we go again with the Rowdies winning the ball and turning it back over.
Cicerone able to win it back. You know, the Rowdies cut down just outside that center circle looking for a foul, and MD Myers getting his second start as a Rowdy here, trying to plead his case. Well, who let the dogs out? You can, right here at Al Lang Stadium, joining us for Roughin' Rowdies night, Saturday, April 25th. Pups and their humans coming together to cheer on Tampa Bay. You can fetch your tickets now and be a part of a night filled with goals, wags, and whistles. You have a dog, Jeff?
I don't, but we did have one, but unfortunately, I do not have one anymore.
This ball put in front and scored. How about that opportunity for Oakland, coming back, pulling level, tying this game, and that is a hefty answer from Jackerson.
And that was the play that really seemed to catch the Rowdies off guard. Oakland with that fast restart. They do a good job there getting themselves down this left side, getting behind Dion Akoff. It's a dangerous cross inside of the box. Oh, and it looks like it's an own goal. Oh, that's unfortunate for Ostrom, trying to clear the ball out. He had good positioning. And anytime you're coming back that way, trying to defend, facing your own goal, clearing the ball out, there's always that sense of danger. Unfortunately for Ostrom, he found the back of his own net.
So tied at 1, just in the 13th minute.
Those are always difficult situations for the defenders. You're tracking that forward, you're running at full speed, a dangerous cross comes in. Obviously, you just want to clear the ball out, try to get it out of harm's way, but for Ostrom, just didn't have the luck on that one to get that one over the bar.
You have the feeling tonight could be a high-scoring affair. You got a team coming in from the West Coast. Lots of opportunities usually present themselves.
For me, this was the biggest test so far of the Tampa Bay Rowdies season. Oakland is quietly putting together a good season. And they've been a team out west similar to what the Rowdies are doing. They have a new head coach. They're putting things together. They can attack quickly. They're solid defensively. And anytime you get those out-of-conference matchups, the games get a little bit wonky because you're not used to seeing the team as much. But to your point, it's off to a fast start here. 2 goals already here in the first 14 minutes. Would not surprise me if we see a bunch more goals here tonight with these 2 offenses.
And that goal that the Rowdies concede, only the 2nd goal that they've given up all season long. They've scored 9 of them.
So far, it's been an own goal and a free kick.
Yarhenga, midfielder, Ugandan. Also in the infield. Tampa Bay again flying to the ball. David Garcia now settling things. This is McCabe. Tampa Bay taking it away. Nicely done that time by Max Schneider. Schneider now spreads it left. Rowdies on the attack. Eyes up the field. Tried to cross it in there and nobody home.
It's the right idea from Cicerone. You could see Hilton making that run late. He's trying to get the ball to the top of the box. Just not enough power on the cross.
This is Bravo. Knocked down here by Akoff. Sebastian Cruz, first season as a Rowdy. Former Cal State Fullerton star. And here's Lewis Hilton, the veteran. Really the glue of this team. Cicerone trying to turn. Russell now likes what he sees. Sends it to Akoff. Dion surveying the field. Trying to place it inside that box, and he'll be hammered out for a throw-in.
That's well done there from Cicerone. Playing on the left side, but recognizes that there's space in the middle of the field, so he drives the ball, trying to find Dion Akoff. We know that he loves to make those overlapping runs. Just not enough on the cross there to get the ball into the box for a final product.
So Brian Schaefer here on the throw. Former USF Bull. It's Hilton. Hilton tried to curl it inside the box, hammered out quickly now. And Oakland tries to get it back. Tampa Bay so pesky though on that press. Andy Myers had it momentarily, and we got a whistle immediately. And crowd's not going to like that call, and you know what? I don't either.
That's good defending there from the back 3 of Oakland, though. Andy Myers, everybody knows he's a dangerous player. He's special on top of the box. Right when he picks his touch up, there's 3 defenders around him, not making life easy for him. And it's just that little kick there at the end. Veteran player, if you feel that type of contact, you're in a little bit of a difficult situation. McCabe, he has great game awareness, great game recognition. Just decides to hit the deck and he gets the call.
Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Suncoast Credit Union. More perks, less fees. Join Suncoast today. Thrilled you are here. Drew Felios alongside Jeff Attinella. Deandra Liu also will join us throughout the game as well. And our tremendous Tampa Bay Rowdies television crew bringing you Rowdies soccer on Tampa Bay's 44. I'll tell you what, I've become a big fan of Tampa Bay's 44, watching their program and the way they promo the games throughout the week. Jeff, just thrilled to have them as our partner this year.
It's been fantastic, and the broadcast has been really solid. And you know, anytime you get this type of local coverage, it's great for a team like the Rowdies. Trying to spread the love.
Gibson. Rowdies again able to win the ball back. See the number 62, Nate Dos Santos. He's a guy we don't call his name a lot, but his role so important with this team this year.
He's just been so steady. The 2 center backs for this team so far to start the season have been so steady, especially with the guys in front of them as well. Those 4 in the middle of the field have been very much locked down for most of the season.
So we had so many fireworks early on in this game that we almost forgot, Jeff, our keys to the match brought to you by Suncoast Credit Union. What have you got, starting with the Rowdies?
Well, with the Rowdies, it's a moment of transition for me. We saw it on the goal. We know that what they're capable of doing. Can they win the ball? Can they attack quickly, catch Oakland off guard? So for me, if those Rowdies, if they're able to take advantage of these moments of transition like we saw in that first goal throughout the course of the game, they're going to have success. And on the flip side for Oakland, I think you're seeing it. You've been seeing it here for the last 10 minutes or so. It's possession. The way that they're able to possess the game, be smart in possession, don't turn the ball over, and make sure that you're not giving the Rowdies those opportunities in those moments of transition. And so far for Oakland, ever since that first goal, they've been in control here as far as possession goes. So so far so good for this Roots team, and we've seen what the Rowdies are capable of in those moments.
So now the Roots in retreat. Laid the ball at the feet of McIntosh. Early Rowdies goal scored by Marco Micheletto, and then an own goal followed that. But for Oakland, it was Jacqueline who was closest to the ball and the recipient of a beautiful cross. Now it's Prentice, middle of the field, good place for the Roots to attack. Wilson trying to fight through that Rowdies wall right in front of the official, and we play on.
It's a good job there by Schaefer. He does a good job. The forward does a great job getting around Dos Santos, but Schaefer doing a good job covering the back for his center back, able to win that ball out, prevent the danger. But Oakland's having a lot of joy right now. There's space in the field. There's a lot of gaps on the field here. The Rowdies are having to chase. Might be time for the Rowdies to drop themselves in a little bit more of a block. Try not to chase too much. Don't burn too much energy. Try to make it hard for them to break you down.
Yeah, really good sequence here for Oakland. Rowdies have not had an offensive possession here in a few minutes. Dos Santos gets his head on it, but still the visitors control possession. And this ball placed on the left side at the feet of Bravo. He tries to cross it in. Rowdies once again, dangerous moment, able to control the ball. And here comes the number 20, Charlie Ostrom.
It's really good build-up play from Oakland on that sequence. They're patient with the ball. They're waiting for their opportunities. Good defending there, last-ditch defending there from the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Now it's their time. Can they be on the ball a little bit? Can they make Oakland defend? Can they have a little bit of joy? But as of this far, Oakland's been doing a good job in possession and just making the Tampa Bay Rowdies chase from side to side.
Send this one back here to Jamali Waite. Micheletto, nicely done on the ground. Cicerone in stride. Right side now, Sebastian Cruz. Cruz trying to tee it up. Goes far post with it. Header right in front of the goal, and it's cleared out.
They're just so quick in these moments. It's a few passes. They're moving the ball around the back, and they look for those opportunities. Cruz doing a good job finding that space. It's a good ball in. A little bit far for Emily Myers, and unfortunately he's not able to redirect it back into the danger area.
We are really seeing some high-quality soccer here in the last 10 minutes. eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball free to play. Download now. A goal for each side here in the first 22. Roots able to, again, squeak through. This is playable here. Batashi. And he'll lose this one. Definitely wants that one back as he was on the attack. Coming hard.
He finds that space on top of the box. Unable to get a good kick on or unable to redirect that towards the goal. But, again, it's this Oakland possession. I've been really impressed with them so far. I knew that they were a good possession team coming into this game, but the way that they're able to create that spacing, been impressive here in the first 22 minutes.
Does it scare you, Jeff, if you're the opposition? And I'll ask you the question here momentarily as Micheletto will attack here. This is his favorite spot. Marco. Ball ricochets. Cruz can do something with it. And it's sent out of bounds. This should be a Rowdies corner kick here, and it will be. Does it concern you if you are the Rowdies and that the opposition has a bye week coming into your house?
It gives them a little bit of time, you know, they're a little bit fresher, but at the same time, there's a way that you have to travel and make that cross-country trip. For me, though, this game has so far been the matchup that I was expecting. It's these moments where the Tampa Bay Rowdies, when they win the ball, they're going to attack fast. And this Oakland team, when they're these moments of possession, they have to spread themselves out defensively. So whoever wins that battle is ultimately going to win the game. But to your point, you know, there's advantages and there's disadvantages to everything. I think it's just what you make of it.
First Colony Grove corner kick for the home side. And it's courtesy of Charlie Ostrom. Ostrom puts this one in a pretty good spot. Rowdies will have a chance to play it as Schneider runs it down. Schneider trying to whip it around. Ball still live. Collected here by the visitors, and a whistle will come in right there. Again, Ostrom going to be called with a little shove in the back.
Not so sure about that one. Looked like he made a little bit of a meal of it. He felt the contact hit the deck. Just getting a look at it here. Let's see what the referee saw. There was contact there. I think that the fall was, there was a little bit of dramatics in it. There was a little bit of flair with the fall, but there was a little bit of contact, so I understand why the referee made the call. I think he made a little bit more of a meal of it than it needed to be.
Nicely done by Bravo, trying to stay in bounds, but unable to. Tampa Bay will have a throw in. This is the 5th meeting between these two sides. Last time these two clubs met, June 8th, 2024, so almost 2 years ago. And Oakland was able to squeak out a 1-0 victory. Here's Hilton. Ball comes down. Micheletto in traffic. Now it's Ostrom again. And when things get chaotic, this is who you want to slice and dice things. Number 4, Lewis Hilton to Kickoff now from the right side. Deflected out once more, and it'll be the second Rowdies corner on the way.
You nailed it. When the game needs to settle down, get the ball to Hilton's foot. Doing such a good job of moving this defense from side to side. He's so good at spraying those balls. They're hit with pace. They're hit low, easy to receive. And when things get chaotic, he's the facilitator for this group. He's able to calm the group down. The captain, and a little bit more experienced guy out here. Been with the organization for a long time. Knows what it takes to settle the group down.
So this will be Ostrom now with the corner. He'll go short with it this time. This ball a little bit off target. Hilton trying to chase it down. Going to be unable to keep it in play.
Unfortunately, that you could tell that was something that was worked on at the training pitch. Micheletto coming short, trying to draw those defenders out. Unfortunately, Ostrom just not able to get his foot on it the way he was expecting.
We want to tell you about Union Home Mortgages, the official mortgage partner of the Rowdies. Union Home Mortgage is your partner from first homes to refinancing. Get started with UHM today and visit UHM.com to learn more. And we've got a hydration break. Here's the Rowdies. We'll have a chance to huddle up here and take their breath. Pretty good start by both squads, and also a pretty good time to send it down to the third member of our crew. What is up, D'Angelo?
Thanks, Drew. The Rowdies are off to their best start since the 2021 season. They're sitting 4-0 right now. And a big part of that has been Russell Cicerone. He's one of the new faces on this roster. Russell grew up in Michigan, and he told me he had a love for 2 sports as a kid. It was all about soccer, and it was all about hockey. And he said that there was actually a lot of crossover between the two, just being able to read the game and learning how to use your body to create space. Russell said his favorite player growing up was former Tampa Bay Lightning captain Marty St. Louis. He said that he loved that Marty was a smaller guy just like him, but he didn't let that stop him from persevering in his sport. And being a Detroit native, he said he's a lifelong Detroit Red Wings fan, but he was quick to praise the hockey that we have here in Tampa Bay. He said he still has a couple friends, childhood friends, that play in the NHL, and he'll be tuning in to watch the Stanley Cup playoffs at the end of this month. Guys, I'll send it back to you.
Always thought soccer, hockey, lots of similar comparisons. Definitely takes tough guys to play both sports. And Marty St. Louis just always seems to be stirring the pot, doesn't he, Jeff?
Just Tampa legend Marty St. Louis, but we've talked about it before. The way that Cicerone plays, he likes to get stuck in. He has that big chip on his shoulder. He doesn't mind getting a little chirpy with the referee. He brings a lot of that hockey energy over to the table here when you're talking about on the pitch here for the Rowdies.
So Marty St. Louis, the head coach of the Montreal Canadiens. Oh man, that's going to be something. Remember when he left the Tampa Bay Lightning back in the day. I think it was like 2000. DeAndre would probably know the exact year. Kind of reminds me of the whole Mike Evans situation, which happened with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this offseason.
I know anytime you have to say goodbye to a legend, and now you're talking about the Montreal Canadiens, it's always difficult. But Marty St. Louis, just a Tampa legend that, you know, no matter what he does in his career, I think everybody's going to look at him as one of the best players that's ever been a Tampa sports athlete.
29th minute here. Max Schneider now working it up for the Rowdies. Schneider, oh, how about this ball? Marco Micheletto. Oh, if he just gets a few more steps ahead, that is serious trouble.
Just those runs from the midfield, we talked about it earlier. Micheletto, he's having that space in behind, dragging those midfielders with him, and just a little bit too far out the off-stretched foot. But you can tell that's a point of emphasis for this group tonight. We haven't seen him making these many types of runs against other teams throughout the course of the season. As we get another look at it here, just a little bit far, but it's that midfield run. It's great timing. Just can't get his foot on it.
So once again, Oakland building from the back here. Rowdies got the first goal just 3 minutes in. Marco Micheletto doing the job, but Oakland has been impressive since that moment.
It's their possession, and really their possession in the defensive half as well. They're making the forwards chase, moving that ball from side to side, getting themselves out of danger, which is then creating the space for the midfielders.
Now it's Oakland trying to work the ball upfield. David Garcia circling back. Here's the 27 again. He's really stirring the pot. Burton Jacqueline. Rowdies able to win the ball back though. And Garcia will reset things here for the Roots.
So far this game's been a different test for the Rowdies than we've seen this season. Oakland being dominant in possession. We've been used to seeing the Tampa Bay Rowdies, especially over the last 2 games. The Tampa Bay Rowdies have been on the ball. They've had a lot of the joy offensively with the ball, not having to defend as much, but so far they've done a good job of making sure that they're not letting this possession break them down too much. They're not moving from those spaces. They're not moving from those gaps. But as the season goes on, you see different tests for this group. That's a hard challenge.
Oh, that is a really hard challenge. Going down immediately. That's MD Myers, who was on the deck, and he was in some pain. Michael Edwards helps him back up. Certainly feeling that one. You can watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Go to USLChampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. So Rowdies will have a set piece here. 32nd minute. So Marco Micheletto comes over from Colorado Springs, making an impact with this Rowdy squad. And there's another look at that hit. Oh, man.
Edwards coming in hard. MD Myers trying to get on that turn. But this is another moment here for the Rowdies. They work on these set pieces a lot. See what they're able to create out of it.
Tampa Bay getting set as they set up for the free kick here. It'll be Micheletto doing the honors. This ball is trouble. Lewis Hilton keeps it alive. Tampa Bay had a pretty good idea there. Max Schneider, you always want to get it to your tallest players in moments like that. Jeff, good idea.
Trying to find these weapons. We spoke about it earlier in the season. Getting more height, getting more size was a point of emphasis as they were piecing this team together, and you can see the reasons why. A free kick very deep, about 45 yards out or so, putting the ball into a dangerous spot. But again, you have to give this Oakland defense credit. They were ready for it, and they were matched up well.
Rowdies once again pressing. And there's Hilton once more. Oakland able to win this one back at the feet of Ostrom, but he couldn't control it. And it's 77 here, Batashi. Middleton giving chase. I think what the Rowdies would like to have here, Jeff, is maybe a good long possession, getting everybody a touch. But right now, that is much easier said than done. Prentice puts it at the feet of McCabe. This ball gets lost in the shuffle here. Akoff tries to knock it out of bounds. It goes off the shin of Prentice and should belong to Tampa Bay.
To your point, everything that the Rowdies have been able to do tonight offensively, everything's been very quick. So
yes,
they've had these moments, they've been able to get themselves in the box. Of course, they had that goal, but it's all been very quick. So a lot of the time has been spent defending. If they're able to get their foot on the ball and make Oakland defend a little bit, you lose more energy when you're chasing the ball. Right now, Oakland's had a lot of joy. It's fun to be on the ball. Everybody loves to be on the ball. But when you're chasing around and having to defend.
How about this ball into space?
We talk about the quick strikes.
Here it comes. Tampa Bay, left-footed shot. Oh, went far post with it, just beyond. Rowdies, another golden opportunity to get that second goal.
Here we are talking about moments of possession, but for the Tampa Bay Rowdies, they're saying we don't need moments of possession right now. We're trying to strike quickly. Oakland, their line's playing a little bit higher than we've been used to seeing from the group, but then they're able to try to find this space behind. It's a dangerous diagonal ball all the way across the field, finding Cicerone. And here's that positive first touch. Driving himself that wide angle. Oh, and it was the challenge. It was a sliding challenge from the Oakland defender that ultimately puts this ball wide. And Tampa Bay Rowdies are going to get a corner kick out of this one.
So Conley Grill corner kick on the way. Rowdies being tested here in this first half at home. And it will be the number 20, Ostrom again, doing the honors. Former University of Washington star. This one sails out. Rowdies will now do it via the throw-in.
It was shade for these throw-ins so far throughout the course of the season. They've been just as good as a corner kick. So still a dangerous situation.
Schaefer on loan from FC Cincinnati. Played for Indy 11 last year. Thrilled to be a Rowdy here in 2026. This ball just ejected from the Rowdies side, and now Oakland trying to make something of it. That's a great tackle for Tampa Bay. Good hustle, nicely done.
Great positioning here from Ostrom. It's off of that touch. He's beaten the foot race. But that's exactly what you want to do as a defender when you're dealing with a forward that has a little bit more speed. It's all about your angle play. Ostrom reads that first touch, able to get that sliding challenge, and ultimately the ball is off the Oakland attacker where he's able to gain that goal kick. Off that initial first step, I thought it was going to be a problem for the Rowdies with the speed, but great angle there from the defender Ostrom.
So Jamali Waite now will spread this one. Tampa Bay hopes to build something from the back here in the 37th minute. Leto switches the point of attack. And this one will sail out of bounds. Grand Central Brew House, a family-friendly, pet-friendly, community-friendly two-story brewery, tap room, and beer garden located in the heart of the Grand Central District. Grand Central Brew House featuring traditional lagers and ales brewed in-house and served directly from European serving tanks. A great place to be before, during, and after the game at Grand Central Brew House. Sebastian Cruz working inside that center circle, and now it's Akoff doing his thing. Akoff has been quite an addition to this Rowdies roster. Veteran guy, good smarts, got the speed, the toughness, the total package. Schaefer now resetting, and this is that possession, Jeff, you were talking about the Rowdies really need.
We just want to tire out Oakland a little bit. The quick strikes are great.
Akoff, this one. A really nice pace on it. Lines up on the other side. Tampa Bay trying to cross it in there again in traffic. And continue to chop the wood, and we'll have a corner on the way.
So we talk about the possession. Of course, you want to have joy on the ball for the Tampa Bay Rowdies, but there's just also something to be said about making Oakland defend. You want to tire them out a little bit. The quick strikes are great. So far, they've been effective, but as this game goes on, can you make Oakland defend? Can you move the ball side to side? The Tampa Bay Rowdies have proven that they're a team that is good in possession as well. So putting your foot on the ball, getting that ball moving, it could be something that we see a little bit more of from this group as the game continues to move forward.
This ball, good trajectory on it, but in the hands of McIntosh, no damage done. Switching it back. And Sebastian Cruz winding up with it for the Rowdies. Over the top now, Tampa Bay can attack, trying to get numbers forward. MD Myers trying to get in position. Micheletto just lost it. Right into that final third. Just could not get through that back line.
And it's really been Cicerone who's been able to find the space on these diagonal balls. He gets himself set up wide. But once you're playing that diagonal ball, Cicerone's moving so fast. Can the Rowdies try to get more numbers into the box once that diagonal ball is played? They just need a couple more options in the box so that he has a little bit more to choose from.
Good job spreading the wealth here by Oakland. Good patience the Roots have shown here in this first 40. Prentice working far side, getting it back. See Lewis Hilton there, screaming at his back line. Hey guys, it is coming. And that will be called certainly a little pull from behind. Jeff, again, 1990s night here at the park. This is my favorite theme, I think, so far, and all the time that I've been calling Rowdies games. We'll take one more look at this one. The replay brought to you by Orlando Health. But a couple of my old friends from the 90s, Larry Van Rossum, Christos Kappas, chiming in saying, Drew, we love watching Rowdy soccer. What a decade it was.
You know, it was a lot of fun. I was in the mix of putting together the playlist for the stadium throughout the course of the week. So getting to listen to those 90 throwbacks of songs, picking what the soundtrack's going to be for the stadium. It was a good time.
And get this. One of the owners in the ownership group of the Oakland Roots is Green Day singer Billy Joe Armstrong. How about that?
No way. I would have chosen less Green Day songs if I known that.
Those Green Day tunes. Every time I hear one, it reminds me of my freshman year in Tallahassee at Florida State. And the Rowdies fans loving this 1990s theme night. They were jamming before the game, and now they're ready for their second goal. This ball towards the far post. Well, look at the tie up there. Lots of holding going on. And interesting to see what happens here. Oakland pleading their case. And that is Peter Wilson, who is on the ground. That was a wrestling match, literally.
There's a lot going on here. I think Oakland's calling for something that they saw that might have been after the play. Two players are tangled up here. Schneider. A bit of a bear hug. That's definitely a foul here on Schneider. Let's see if there's anything after. Oh, and it's that little bit of a kick. That's what the Oakland team is a little bit upset about. But just jostling for position. These are two of the better teams right now in the league. So you know that both teams are going to bring the fight. It's going to get a little bit chippy. See that both teams want to come in here and try to get all 3 points.
Crowd now starting to come alive again. Some of the most important minutes played, those few minutes before the end of the first half, and of course the few minutes coming out of halftime as well.
Well, that's what everyone says. The 5 minutes as you start the game, the 5 minutes at the end of the half, and the 5 minutes after a goal. Those are the moments where you really need to be switched on, because those are the momentum building moments where you can really swing something in a game.
Throwing now for the Roots. Not many options. Everybody marked tightly here. This is Batashi. So busy halftime we have. Coming up at intermission, we'll catch up with Coach Dominic Casciato's special interview. You do not want to miss that. We'll also look around the league. First half highlights and stats as well. That's all coming up at the half.
Looking forward to it this week coming up. I'm going to sit down with Coach Dominic Casciato a little bit more. We're going to have him on the podcast, a little bit of a coach's show, get to know him. Not only his success on the field, but just the human that he is, the things that he's done on and off the field. It's, you know, I think a lot of Tampa Bay Rowdies fans should be extremely proud that he's leading this group, and I'm excited to let the fans get a little bit of a peek behind the curtain of just not only the coach, but the man that he is as well.
Jacqueline. Oh, trying to get through that time. That is going to be a foul, certainly. A little hip check, courtesy of Ostrom. This is going to be a really dangerous spot here for a free kick.
Jockerson's been a really bright addition to this Oakland attack. Every time he's on the ball, he's creating something dangerous. He has good speed, good touch and control on the ball. And here he's able to draw a foul. This is the moment here for the Tampa Bay Rowdies where they really need to be locked in. Not too much time here left in the first half. Dangerous spot for a free kick.
So Tommy McCabe here in the 44th minute. Dangerous play just before halftime. Interesting to see how much stoppage time we're going to have. It's not going to be much here. So the Rowdies on guard. Here's the rebound. So dangerous. Tampa Bay able to temporarily clear. 2 minutes of extra time coming your way. Charlie Ostrom here throwing it in. See if the Rowdies can get at least one more chance before heading into that locker room here. So we'll place the ball down here for the Roots. This Oakland Roots squad, a team that plays where the Oakland Raiders used to play, the Oakland Coliseum. They also practice in their old practice facility as well. Such a shame what happened to that storied franchise if you are a true Oakland fan. Of course, Vegas thrilled to have a National Football League franchise, but Oakland has been through a lot with teams coming and going. Line drive now sent to the top of the box. Trouble for the Rowdies. Jamali Wade comes up and douses the flame.
I took one trip to the Oakland Coliseum in my life. I was out in Portland at the time, and the Rays made the playoffs. So I decided I was going to take a one-day trip down to the Coliseum to watch the one game wild card.
Just imagine being a fan. You lose the A's, you lose the Raiders.
You know, the Warriors moved a little bit closer to San Francisco as well.
Right side now, Akoff. Rowdies trying to get the chance. That's a beautiful ball. It's scored! Russell Cicerone tucks it away for Tampa Bay.
It's Big Russ coming in clutch again with a late goal in the first half. We saw it in the home opener as well versus Pittsburgh, and we knew what it meant to the group. It's these timely goals for the Tampa Bay Rowdies, these moments where they're able to swing that momentum that have meant so much for this group early in the season.
And it comes at really a pivotal time in this game, just before halftime. Both teams were kind of living on the edge there.
And these are the moments. These are the difference-making moments. Deon Akoff, we know he loves to get himself wide, and it is a dangerous picture-perfect ball into the box, just casually floating over the two forwards at the near post. Cicerone able to make that run, losing track of his defender. Nobody picks him up. and that's your last kick of the first half. You talk about a momentum swinging moment for the Tampa Bay Rowdies, able to get that goal. Dangerous ball in there from Akoff. Let's not lose the fact that those two runners who make that run to the near post pull the defenders with them, leaving that space for Cicerone, and he makes no mistake about it.
So the Rowdies propelled by a late first half goal. How much of a difference will that goal make in the result of this game? Oakland controlled possession for most of that first half, with just a gorgeous touch by Dion Akoff. The ball just absolutely exploded off his foot, and Cicerone did the rest. Well, Deandra Lou is with Rowdies head coach Dominic Casciato.
Thanks, guys. Coach, the team talked this week about how everyone really knows their roles on this team, and this has helped them get off to a good start this season. What have you liked about your team's performance tonight, and is there any adjustments that you want to see in the second half?
Yeah, I think we just need to get a little bit more pressure on the ball. Oakland are a good side. We've got to stop them from getting into as much of a rhythm as they did in the first half then.
Thanks so much.
So the Rowdies have a lead going into halftime right now. Skyway Casuals, Ralph's Mob, they are feeling it. And so is this team, trying to win their 5th game of the season and stay perfect on the year. When we come back, halftime festivities from Al Lake Stadium. 2-1, Rowdies lead.
I'm Spencer. Champion of savings. Because when it comes to saving money, no one saves like me. And when it's time to get a better rate for new or used wheels, Suncoast Credit Union has the best deal.
Refi your ride with Suncoast. Get $200 cash back and no payments for 90 days. Visit a branch or suncoast.com/auto refi.
Get influenced by me. Get pre-approved for an auto loan at Suncoast and you'll love your rate as much as you love your ride.
That must be our new 500 times the cash scratch off. What a massive multiplier.
It's like I always say, go big or go bigger.
And it'll help us do huge things for education.
Donut? I'll take 500.
I'll get the multiplier.
Times the cash scratch-offs from the Florida Lottery. It's good fun.
Okay, someday you're gonna get your own room, I promise. Okay?
For the child you promised to give their own room. Let Union Home Mortgage be with you every step of the way and help you deliver on those promises. Union Home is here to help you through the challenges that go along with purchasing your first home, including options with little to no down payment. Go to UHM.com to get started today. Union Home Mortgage. Promises kept.
When we see you, we see ourselves. So the care you receive is exactly the kind of care we would want.
Great news. You're gonna be fine. You're all good.
Orlando Health. We make it personal.
Welcome to Rowdies Halftime, brought to you by the Tampa Bay Rowdies podcast. 2-1 the score off the Russell Cicerone goal just before intermission. Tampa Bay takes the lead into the locker room. So excited you're with us tonight, everybody. I'm Drew Felios. As this Rowdies team continues to make waves throughout the entire soccer world and this community in particular, we are still getting to know Tampa Bay Rowdies head coach Dominic Casciato. And I'll tell you what, he is the real deal. He had the chance to sit down with our Jeff Attinella.
Coach, first off, congratulations. Coach of the month in the USL for the month of March. Obviously, that goes a long way. There's a lot of people that go into that, so congratulations there.
Yeah, appreciate it, Jeff. I think there's a lot of great coaches in the league, so nice to get the recognition. But obviously a team effort, right? Our staff have been working so hard behind the scenes, and the players have been fantastic since they won a pre-season. So yeah, hopefully they feel the recognition as well.
You talk about the team effort. One of the things that I was curious about, obviously the wins are great, 4-0, it's an awesome way to start the season, but knowing the team, the way that it's come together, what's something that you're the most proud of from this group from that first month of the season, outside of just the results?
I think the performances have been really good. I think you know, we still have to click a little bit better in the final third, but we've been creating chances, and then I think defensively we've been really sound. I think we've only given up like 4 shots on target, something like that. So I think if we continue on that vein and continue to tighten up in the areas that we know we need to tighten up on, I think we're just going to go from strength to strength.
Are you worried that the goalies are getting a little bit bored, or not really?
No. Don't wish that on us. Yeah.
Not a big concern. So one of the things, you know, we're going to get to know you a little bit more next week when we sit down for a little bit longer interview. But one of the things that I ask all the players is, what could we expect to see from them on the field, just for the fans to know? But from you, from the coaching side of things, what can the fans expect from you as a coach that you're doing day in and day out with the group?
We work really hard. Myself and the rest of the staff put in a lot of hours to make sure we leave no stone unturned, and you know, the way we do things is all about making sure that we love what we do. We want to enjoy every day, but we also want to make sure that we're getting better every day. And I think that's, if there is, you know, any secret, I think that's our secret. We try and enjoy what we do, but we're also trying to get better every single day. And all right, we won 1-0 at the weekend. Now can we go and be better in front of goal and limit the chances that the opposition get this weekend compared to last weekend? So I think I'm somebody that's always just trying to improve, and I think you'll see that in the team over the course of the season as well.
No, that's great. Well, I appreciate your time, Coach. Congratulations again. Looking forward to diving in a little bit more next week, get to know you a little bit more off the field. But appreciate your time, and congratulations on the early success.
Oh, man, Jeff, thanks, man.
Right now, Coach Casciato just pushing all the right buttons, and the success showing in the results. 2-1 the score at halftime. Rowdies leading Oakland Roots. Much more halftime show to come. We'll go around the league, show you some scores, news and notes, and much more after this.
The header is down. It's in. Charleston takes the lead and stops.
Nice ball sent in. Doubles the Rowdies lead.
Prinks Tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburban sidelines. From early mornings to late nights. From fun with friends to winner takes all. From the biggest fan to the biggest heart. And at every turn, Prinks Tires will be there for the long haul.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
The Tampa Bay Rowdies are back at Outland Stadium for the 2026 season, with new players, new hunger, and new standards. But we can't do it alone. Talent alone doesn't win games. Your support matters. The atmosphere matters. Every rep, every sprint, every tackle, we are fighting for you. The season starts now. Join the fight and get your tickets at rowdysoccer.com. Come on, you Rowdies.
It is halftime in the USL Championship. We hope you're enjoying your match so far. I'm Dan Lucas inside the USL studio with a look at some of the headlines this week. Charleston Battery head coach Ben Pierman achieved his 100th victory in the championship in Week 5, the 6th coach in championship history to reach that milestone. And that 2-0 win was a big one. Charleston's first ever road victory against Louisville City. We have 4 remaining unbeaten teams: San Antonio, El Paso, Hartford, and Tampa Bay. The Rowdies are the lone team with all wins so far, 4 of them thanks in big part to crunch time. 4 goals scored in the final 15 minutes of matches plus added time, and 5 goals scored by substitutes. So our USL Championship Coach of the Month is no surprise. Dominic Casciato of those Tampa Bay Rowdies. Casciato helped rebuild that roster during the offseason and right now has everything working as planned. National broadcasts coming up in the USL Championship. Charleston Battery hosting those Rowdies next Saturday, and USL Cup El Clamico style, Rhode Island and Hartford. That match is on the 25th. Both of those matches are on CBS Sports Network. We're getting closer to the second half. This is the USL Halftime Update. Let's get you back out to your match.
Great stuff, Dan Lucas. And now we will take a look at what's going on around the league here as far as where the Rowdies stand. Just behind Lou City right now. Look at the points, 13-12. Lou City with the slight edge, but that's because they played one more game than Tampa Bay. So the Rowdies hope to eventually, if they take care of business tonight, move into that first slot. Charleston, Hartford also right there as well. And the Rowdies eyeing that matchup with the Battery in just 1 week. There's a look at the scoreboard around USL Championship. Detroit City gets a victory, 3-0 in the second half. Charleston trailing right now. Ooh, that is interesting. You've got Hartford. They didn't fare well against El Paso. Indy 11, 2-1 in the second half over Monterey Bay. And the rest of the scores you see right there. So when we come back, we'll recap what was a busy first half. A very exciting first half of play for the Rowdies. They lead 2-1. We'll take a look at the goals and welcome back Jeff Atnella right after this.
Babe, are we out of paper towels?
I think so. And give you a new toy for Sunny.
Already in my cart. Ooh, it's the newest viral tumbler.
I mean, we're getting instant cash back, so go for it. Suncoast Cashback Plus gives you up to 20% back combined with your Suncoast Credit Union checking or savings account. From everyday purchases, dining out, or buying gift cards, you'll get cash back on the spot. Get started at suncoast.com/morecash.
When everything's on the line, real heroes rise to the occasion. Or die trying.
We're firefighters. We're gonna find a way to get you out of here.
We take the hits together.
We're on the same team.
I'm right here with you, no matter what.
I would never leave you hanging in the deep end.
This place is a way of giving you new family.
Fire Country, Sunday nights beginning at 8 on Tampa Bay 44.
Get ready, get set, get check. It's just that easy to sell your car with MorganBuysCars.com. First, visit MorganBuysCars.com and tell us a bit about your car. Next, receive an express cash offer online. Then, schedule an appointment at one of our 14 convenient locations to pick up your check. Plus, we'll beat anyone's offer on your vehicle or we'll give you $500. So, get ready, get set, and get checked. Online at MorganBuysCars.com.
Okay, someday you're gonna get your own room, I promise. Okay?
For the child you promised to give their own room, let Union Home Mortgage be with you every step of the way and help you deliver on those promises. Union Home is here to help you through the challenges that go along with purchasing your first home, including options with little to no down payment. Go to UHM.com to get started today. Union Home Mortgage. Promises kept.
2-1 is the score. The halftime show brought to you by the all-new Tampa Bay Rowdies podcast. 2-1, Rowdies lead as we are rejoined by Jeff Atnella. He is the host of that podcast. You can watch it, listen to it every single week. You can watch it on YouTube and on Apple as well. Jeff doing great stuff with that.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's everywhere. We're trying to get the players' stories out there, trying to get the fans interested in what's going on, and it's been a lot of fun so far.
It was a busy first half, certainly to say the least. The Rowdies getting to it right at the start. Look at this rebound right to Micheletto.
Well, it really started early, the fireworks. It's Cicerone. We know that he likes to test the goalkeepers. He's not afraid to hit a shot from distance. He hits it with power. There's a little bit of a dip. It's spilt by the goalkeeper back at touch, but Micheletto's there to clean it up. And this is the type of game that we were expecting, a back-and-forth game between these two teams. Unfortunately for the left back, Ostrom, it's a dangerous ball that's put in the box. He does his best to try to clear the danger, but unfortunately it ends up in the back of the net. But it was this late response here from the Tampa Bay Rowdies at the end of the first half that has really made the difference. It's Dion Akoff. He loves to get himself wide. It's a dangerous ball into the box, perfectly floated. Russell Cicerone slips in behind his defender, unmarked, able to take a bow because he's able to score a big-time goal to give the Rowdies a 2-1 lead at the end of that first half. Get a quick look at the stats here. Oakland has been dominant in possession, but it's that goals, it's the shots. It's been a really evenly matched played so far. I expect to see a lot more of that in the second half. And, you know, Oakland's had a lot of joy on the ball so far. So it's been a good matchup and pretty much what we've been expecting here. And I expect a little bit more fireworks in the second half as both of these teams want to push for all 3 points.
So both teams back on the field. And the Rowdies fans, they have been great here tonight. They really exploded after that second goal to give Tampa Bay the lead. And now settling in here for the second 45. So excited you were with us tonight. Alongside Jeff Atnella, I'm Drew Felios with the Tampa Bay Rowdies crew. Very exciting brand of soccer we're watching tonight on Tampa Bay's 44. Oakland was able to get possession after that first Rowdies goal and was kind of taking it to Tampa Bay a little bit, but the Rowdies able to regather themselves. And Ryan Martin's team could do nothing as they got a tremendous cross from Akoff, and Cicerone put it away to give the Rowdies the advantage. Again, little wind you can see. Well, maybe a factor here in the second half. Rowdies will be going here from right to left. So they'll actually be traveling against the wind this time. And let's see how it works out for both of these clubs.
Well, I think what's going to be exciting about this second half is not only the potential for the goals being scored, but we know that this Oakland team, they want to get all 3 points when they travel on the road. They've been playing a good style of soccer so far. We were talking about their possession. The Rowdies, they're doing what they do. They're defending well, not giving up too many chances. But it's that possession here from Oakland that's really made a little bit of a difference in terms of making them chase from side to side. But as we've been talking about, that quick strike ability from the Tampa Bay Rowdies, it's paid off twice for them. So I'm excited to see how this game changes a little bit in the second half as Oakland, as this game goes on, they're going to need to press themselves a little bit more forward as they're chasing that goal. And how do the Tampa Bay Rowdies respond to that?
Ostrom with the throw in. Rowdies now try and have a possession. Taken away quickly. Michael Edwards sends it back to the keeper here, McIntosh. Such an important sequence of the season here for the home side, the Rowdies, because they've got to go on the road. Charleston Battery will be waiting in the wings. That game will be next week. And Charleston and Tampa Bay, if there's any big rivalry that the Rowdies, I think, can really say they have to deal with year in and year out, it's that Battery squad. These guys know the Rowdies know them, and that's going to be a Donnybrook.
We talk about Charleston. They've been one of the better teams in the USL for a long time. So as the Tampa Bay Rowdies, of course, there's a lot of work to be done here left in this at the end of this game, and there's a lot of work to be done here in the second half. But anytime that the Rowdies have a chance to play a team like Charleston, it's a game that everybody's to have circled on their calendar and be fired up about watching. Huge measuring stick moment for the Tampa Bay Rowdies, especially in this early on in this season.
Ostrom now. It's Russell Cicerone. You know he's going to get some extra attention. You see the two defenders right there running with him stride for stride.
Well, he's really been such an asset. Not only did he have a contribution on both of the goals, but just his ability to get himself wide and find himself in behind in that space.
Akoff trying to get to the end line. This one a dangerous ball. Cicerone elevating, could not strike it. The Rowdies trying to make something of it, and they'll have a Colony Grill corner as Ostrom, again, feisty on that end line.
Not afraid of the contact. We talked about it. The hockey player, Russell Cicerone, not afraid to throw his body around into the box. Elevates for that one, just a little bit too high for him. But then you had the left back Ostrom continuing that overlapping run, able to get themselves a corner kick.
So Marco Micheletto now places it down. Micheletto scoring the first goal tonight for the Rowdies. Midfielder, born and raised in Rome, Italy. This one curling in, and now Hilton battling for it. Oh, nicely done. Look out, this could be trouble. It's Prentice. Prentice with a little flick, and we are level at 2. Able to get it in the open field, Jeff. Saw just enough real estate. Let that fancy footwork and that skill do the rest.
Well, we talked about him in the open, and this is why he was our player to watch for this Oakland group. They have a lot of offensive firepower, but there's just something special about the way that Prentice has started this season. It's that special touch there. Look at that. Just perfectly puts himself into that space. Ostrom doing a good job closing, and that's a cheeky little finish. Jamali Waite, he's coming out. He's trying to make himself big. Gets himself down there. But it's Prentice. He has the recognition to scoop that ball. It's that initial first touch, though, that really sets him up. Ball goes up in the air. That tricky little flick plays himself essentially a through ball. And then that finishing product. Not much to be done there.
So as a former keeper, Jeff, you're good with Jamali Waite coming up right in that sequence.
One-on-one situation. There were defenders there, but he makes him do the hard thing. I think if he could have done anything a little bit differently, maybe you keep yourself up a little bit longer, but you know, it's a one-on-one situation. You try to come out, you try to close down that angle. And really, I mean, it's a special play there from Prentice.
So first blow in the second half dealt by the visitors.
Well, we knew there'd be fireworks in this game, and you know, the way that the first half started, early goal, response, late first half goal, and now an early goal here in the second half. I think the fans are getting their money's worth in this one.
Yeah, they certainly are. Edwards. See the consistency passing the ball here. And this one's going to be called out of bounds. So Jacobson unable to keep it in. The USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN Plus. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. Max Schneider for Akoff. And now Sebastian Cruz on that far side. Oh, going down hard there in the center circle, and then scrambling to get back was Dos Santos. Tommy McCabe and Oakland right now winning most of those 50-50 balls. And controlling here after scoring that equalizer. Gibson lost it. Rowdies fans let him know. Charlie Ostrom, another player coming from Union Omaha, the team that Coach Casciano was with before he came to Tampa Bay. He's got such a loyal player following. Guys just love playing for this guy. This one will belong to Oakland again.
There's something about having the familiarity with the players in terms of style of play as well. Casciano, he has a certain way that he likes to play, and anytime you're able to bring players over that understand that system, can even help your teammates understand that system, that's an important part of putting a roster together.
Jacobson on the ground. Hilton there to take care of it for the Rowdies, but Tampa Bay can't clear it. And now the Rowdies will get it at the feet of Cicerone. Tampa Bay with numbers 4. Crowd coming alive here, trying to answer that last goal by the Roots. Cicerone again, open field. Here's Schneider on the ground. Micheletto. Just impeded that time. Good idea. Now slides to the ground. And again, Micheletto just keeps on fighting. That is what the Rowdies just love about this kid, number 16.
There's just a quick striking ability from this Rowdies group. Oakland doing a good job in possession, but it's that early outlet ball. Eventually the ball is able to swing itself all the way over to Micheletto. It looked like it was a good shot on target, but give Oakland's defense credit. They were able to get numbers in front of the ball and block the shot.
And this one's going to be well out of play, but Marco Micheletto. Talk about the pro career, Jeff, and you know what it's like to be a journeyman and make your way from club to club. Tormenta FC, Columbus, New Mexico, Colorado as well. You didn't have that many stops, did you, or did you have more?
No, I had the 3. I was technically on Minnesota, but I was only on Minnesota for 48 to 72 hours, so I never actually made it to Minnesota.
Cup of coffee.
Yeah, so I guess you could say I was on 4 different teams, but again, Micheletto, he's a player. He was our first interview that we had on the podcast, and you know, just a great story. You talk about the moments that he had in his career where he was able to elevate himself, get himself to this area, get himself to the Tampa Bay Rowdies, the different changes, what it means to his family, and just his mindset and his approach to the game. I think that he's somebody that the fans can really get behind.
This guy right here, and that is the number 7, Wolfgang Prentice. A little shaken up there. Tommy McCabe, the guy I want to refer to, number 4 right there, walking out of our screen, has played for 8 different USL teams, including Loudoun United last year. So you talk about journeyman. I mean, he has been everywhere.
Just making the rounds, making the rounds. Some players, you know, that's just what they fall into. You know, there's a lot of different teams out there that they find the player to be an asset. They want to go get the player. They make sure that that player is comfortable, and you know, no 2 careers are the same. So everybody's story is always have something behind it.
So now it's Hilton. The Rowdies will have it at the feet of Ostrom. Schaefer now with Schneider. Hilton. Dos Santos. A nice little heel back. Well done. Cicerone just kind of taken over. Oh, Akoff is open. Cicerone trying to do this himself. Now cuts it back, left-footed. Sent right back. One-timer. Just screams over the crossbar.
Not a bad idea. We've seen some special hits from Schneider. We've seen special goals, especially attacking this side of the field. Has a good look at it, just leaning back just a little bit too much on it. Leaning back just a little bit too much, unable to get that power strike on frame. But we talk about a special substitute. We have one coming in here now for the Rowdies.
Yeah, Evan Conway. This guy has been money for Tampa Bay. He had the game winner on that road trip to Jacksonville. Nearly went the entire duration without a goal, and the walk-off by Conway did the trick, and now he comes in for Lewis Hilton. And you had a chance to sit down with Evan Conway this week, Jeff. What'd you learn about him?
That he knows a lot about the 90s. I was not prepared for that. You know, his musical taste, his movies, you know, a very insightful guy. But again, he's another player where a lot of these players, you know, they just have such unique stories and stories of overcoming some adversity. He got his first pro contract off of an open tryout with Omaha, and you know, we were joking about it. He said he almost missed the flight, so he said he wasn't sure what he would do if he missed the flight. He's not sure where his life would be right now. But fortunately, you know, for the Tampa Bay Rowdies, he was able to get on that flight, and now he's part of this group.
Yeah, I think it was hysterical. He said my favorite groups, he loved Smashing Pumpkins, I believe, and he loved old Robin Williams and was it Matt Damon?
It was Dead Poets Society and Good Will Hunting.
Good Will Hunting back in the day.
It's really been enjoyable getting to know these players. You know, they've all been very, very willing to share their stories, very willing to talk about the things that they enjoy. And it was a good sit down that we had with Evan. If anybody wants to tune in, and you know, as we get to know this group, there's a lot of new players out here, so getting to know these guys has been a lot of fun.
Well, you can tune into Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, USL All Access on Tuesday nights, and much more. Live matches from around the USL, the MLS, Premier League, and more. That's Sirius XM FC 157 and the Sirius XM app. 2-2 score here, 59th minute. And what has been a fun night of soccer thus far. So Hacksaw in for Gibson. Nabil Hackshaw wearing the number 15. Gibson's night is done. Tyler Gibson, the midfielder. Solid job for the Roots. Now it's McCabe. Edwards. Credit the Roots. They have really taken their time. They've certainly come in with a game plan. They have done their best to execute it. Jonkerson, nice ball here. Rowdies wanted an offside as it touches the feet of Schaefer and eventually picked up by Waite.
It's a good job right there by Schaefer tracking that forward. It's good movement by the Oakland Roots, able to split the lines a little bit, creating opportunities for themselves, 1-2 touches. We give Schaefer credit tracking forward and making sure that wasn't a dangerous situation.
With Oakland here. Rowdies have not trailed in this game here tonight. Wouldn't it be something for the Roots if they could get a go-ahead goal here? Really put pressure on the home side. Edwards doing a good job, number 34. Batashi, service. Headed out by Dos Santos. And now the Rowdies have it at their feet. Here's Evan Conway, fresh legs, just checked into the game, misfiring on his first pass. Gives us a chance to talk about Suncoast Credit Union. More perks, less fees. Join Suncoast today. Rowdies attacking. Little chip. Oh, right at the goal. McIntosh able to save it.
Good heads up play there from the goalkeeper. It's a tricky little touch there from Emily Myers. We can see a little bit of brilliance there. What makes him so good at putting the ball on the frame. Cruz making that run, just that one touch, trying to redirect it to that far post, but McIntosh there to make the save.
Schneider. Oh, Akoff's not going to get to this one. Rowdies a little sloppy on a few possessions here. Almost seems like the Rowdies much more effective going 100 miles an hour, Jeff, than slowing things down.
The counterattack has been the weapon for the Tampa Bay Rowdies tonight. They are a team that is solid in possession, but again, like with anything, you have to give this Oakland team credit as well. Their game plan has been just as solid as the Tampa Bay Rowdies have. I think the Rowdies came in here wanting to get these moments of transition. Not really too concerned that Oakland's on the ball more, but it's been a good back and forth chess match between the two strategies.
Trying to squeeze one through here. Ostrom, oh, couldn't clear that. And Oakland again coming back. Waite's got to get on the ground to stop this one.
Ostrom just not able to clear the danger. Good heads-up play there by Jamali Waite. There's a lot of traffic there in front of him. Doing a good job, especially making sure that he doesn't spill the rebound, because there were a lot of Oakland Roots players there that could have been able to clean that up.
Leto directing traffic. This is going to be a long ball. Cicerone diving, trying to get to it. And I think he was not happy with the distribution there. Cicerone gets to just about everything. I think he wanted that ball maybe in a little different spot. Good here for Tampa Bay, connecting dots. Dos Santos now middle of the park. Empty Myers, tried the little give and go, but goes down. Cicerone spread it here. Akoff up in the air. Tampa Bay gets ahead on it and keeps possession. Cruz. Akoff again. And we'll have a Rowdies corner kick coming.
Tampa Bay Rowdies causing a lot of chaos here in the box. Dion Akoff, he's been a special player here tonight, getting himself around, getting these crosses inside. They had numbers in the box. This is what you want to see from this Rowdies group. Try to create your opportunities. If the possession isn't there, get the ball out wide, get the crosses in, try to use those big bodies.
So a Colony Grove corner now. On deck here for Tampa Bay. It'll be Micheletto, the outswinger. That wind is picked up just a bit. So when that wind is whipping, and it's whipping towards the goal, it can be really dangerous here. As a keeper, Jeff, you always want to know where that wind is going, how it's blowing.
Of course. Got to have a good read on it. The flight of the ball is always different when you're dealing with the windy elements.
So it looks like we're about to see a few Rowdy substitutes about to happen here. This is Waite. Again, a little sloppy from the back here. Tampa Bay. This ball should put a goal kick now at the feet of Waite. So 66th minute. Rowdies get the first goal. Oakland equalizes. Then Tampa Bay goes on top 2-1. The Roots come out of the locker room, get another goal, courtesy of Prentice. And we're tied at 2. Again, empty Myers there. Oakland's been very physical with him tonight.
I was just about to say, they have not made life easy for Emily Myers tonight. Both of these center backs. You talk about Garcia, you talk about Edwards, they're getting stuck in on him. Really not giving him the opportunity to get comfortable.
Cicerone getting to the end line. Shot! Oh, right into the gut of McIntosh. And it was Myers again.
Almost picked himself up off the turf just in time to find himself on top of the box. It's good footwork here from Cicerone. Good bit of skill to get around Edwards. Solid cutback. He recognized the Emily Myers on top of the box. But unfortunately for Myers, that shot finds its way right into the safe arms of Kendall McIntosh.
I want to tell you about SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of the USL. You can get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek. Your ticket to great seats.
How's it going, gentlemen?
Now it's Jockeson. Jockeson, dangerous tonight. Sets that one just wide of that post.
I'd like to see a Tampa Bay Rowdies player step up to Jockeson in that situation. Everybody's trailing. He's able to get a shot off. Fortunately, it doesn't hit the frame. Doesn't make Jamali wait. Doesn't test him too much. But when a forward's coming like that, somebody has to step up and try to slow him down.
So it looks like Akoff's night is going to be done. Number 8, Pedro Dolabella will check in for Tampa Bay. And we'll also see the number 13, Luis Perez, right there. Another guy, first year with the Rowdies, 3 seasons with North Carolina FC. And Dolabella, a tall drink of water. The Brazilian, another Union Omaha guy. Went to college at Marshall and led them to the NCAA College Cup. We've got some great success in college soccer with the Rowdies this year, Jeff, and I know you love your days in college playing for the University of South Florida, but some of these guys, man, they played big time college ball.
They went to the Marshall well. There's a few players on this group that are part of that national championship team. And for me, these substitutes, you're going to see some moving parts for the Rowdies. They're going to drop Cruz back to that right back spot. Dolabella is going to come into that midfield with Schneider. Probably play a little bit more of an attacking role, and then Perez is going to find himself out wide with the attacking front 3.
MD Myers, another guy, won a Big Ten championship at Rutgers.
Piscataway, that was a tough place to play.
Oh, yeah.
Back when they were in the Big East, going from beautiful Tampa, Florida to Piscataway, New Jersey during the winter was not the most enjoyable experience.
So now it's the midfielder McCabe. Came into tonight with 335 passes completed. See if he handles this one. No, it'll be his teammate. And we'll have a quick whistle here, so this play doesn't have a chance to develop. And the Rowdies now will have possession. Rowdies just a little bit off here connecting on those passes. And look out, another problem here is Wilson spinning around. Wilson has it taken away just in time. Wow, that was huge. Brian Schaefer playing the ball.
Schaefer doing a good job recognizing the turn. That's a good challenge there. Good tackle.
Conway, wow. Crowd wanted a foul, not going to get it.
But Schaefer doing a good job defensively. It looked like that ball checked up on Wilson just a little bit. They're able to get this outlet ball here to Conway. He does get a little bit of the ball first. I think that's a good no call there from the referee, even though that tail leg does drag and brings him down. But you talk about the importance of Schaefer on that play. Prevented an opportunity for Wilson to be one-on-one there with Jamali Waite.
So now it's Schneider. Switch the point of attack here. Ostrom spreading it. Cicerone. He is just constantly moving. And now the Rowdies have it with Ostrom. Ostrom trying to squeeze one through. Oh, looking for Myers once more. Myers so good in tight spaces.
It's the right idea. It's a dangerous ball in behind that back line, but again, anytime they try to get the ball to Andy Myers tonight, you can tell that Oakland's really focused on him. There's one minimum. There's always two. There's always one player on him. There could be two. We saw earlier in the first half as well, they had 3 players, so they're understanding how important Andy Myers is in terms of the hold-up play and getting himself in front of the goal.
Important upcoming sequence here for the Rowdies. They have been 100 miles an hour in the last 5 minutes. I wonder how the stamina is holding up. You're still early in the season. This game has been played at a very fast pace. So McCabe now at the feet of Edwards. Edwards and McCabe taking a little air out of it. Chance for the Rowdies to maybe take a deep breath here, regather their senses. '72nd minute. Nice sequence for the Rowdies. Possession and more here for Perez. Skates it just past Conway. Now it's Schaefer, a foot race here. Wilson winds up with it. Number 7 is Prentice. This one, trouble once again in the box. So it's Garcia, number 15 Hackshaw. Schaefer. Rowdies turning now and going. Oh, Conway was waiting for it. Ball never got to him. And McIntosh now handling it from goal.
Myers just not able to get that lift he was looking for. Conway makes that smart run in between the 2 center backs. It's a good outlet ball, breaking lines from Schaefer, but unfortunately that last ball just wasn't there.
Kemper Auto knows your journey, and they'll help you along the way. They're affordable, they're personalized, and they are auto insurance you can count on. Get a quote today at Kemper.com. Drew Felios, Jeff Attinella. Great to have you with us tonight on Tampa Bay's 44. Deandra Lou with interviews down on the field. Hoping she can talk to a victorious Tampa Bay Rowdies team after the conclusion of this game. Oakland sure is making it a struggle. They have really played their A game here tonight. Michael Edwards. The Roots trying to send that one into the box. And we'll have a throw in on the far side. More substitutions on the way for Oakland. You see the number 19, that's Jackson Kill rather, about to check in. Also Danny Trejo right there. The 99 comes in, and the 11, Jesus De Vicente, will enter as well. Jeff, anything that you think the Rowdies need at this point from one of their reserves that maybe they can offer here down the stretch?
Just getting their foot on the ball, just getting a little bit more control on the ball. I think that if they're able to do that, then they're able to get a little bit more numbers forward, not be so reliant on these transitional moments. But maybe it's Pedro Dolabella putting his foot on the ball, dictating the flow of the game a little bit. Maybe it's Perez. You know, these are two players that are good in possession. They're able to connect with their teammates. But get your foot on the ball, settle this game down just a little bit so you can get those numbers a little bit more forward.
Still bringing the energy here. And let's see, looks like we still have another substitution here. So what do you think about Oakland waiting here until the 76th minute? They have had line changes. Myers will head out for Tampa Bay, and here comes Mateus Olivetta for the very first time. Welcome to the Tampa Bay Rowdies, son of the former Brazilian forward Bebeto, legend in the sport, the guy who helped lead his country to Copa America title back in 1989. And great to see him out on the pitch.
And these are all substitutes for the Rowdies that, like we talked about, they're going to help in possession. They're offensive minded. I think Ebony Myers, he did his work tonight, but the center backs were all over him, making life difficult for him. So you change things up a little bit, bring in some players with a little bit of different skill set. Can they get on the ball? They have that fresh energy. And these are the substitutes that worked for them last week against Jacksonville. So let's see what they're able to do.
Long ball. Waite will come up and take care of it for Tampa Bay. USL on CBS Sports Network kicking off April 18th, an Eastern Conference showdown. Charleston Battery taking on the Rowdies, 3 p.m. Eastern time on April 18th. You don't want to miss that one. The Rowdies and Charleston will not be at the familiar time and place here on Tampa Bay's 44 or ESPN Plus. Instead, CBS Sports Network. So be sure and set your DVR if you do not watch it live. And Jeff, we know you'll be at a watch party, as always, leading the cheers.
Always something fun going on. I like what I'm seeing now from the Tampa Bay Rowdies, though. Some players that are not afraid to break the lines on the dribble. We saw Schneider able to draw that foul. On this one here, we have Perez, left-footed player. See if he's able to drop this ball in right on this back line. We know the emphasis that they have on free kicks, on set pieces. This is a good spot for it.
So 78th minute, Luis Perez, the former University of Central Florida star. From Paris, France. Lofts this one up in the air. Headed in, right into traffic, set on the ground. Headed up one more time, and the keeper will make sure that one does not go through the pipes.
I like that play. You could tell that it's something that they practice off the training ground. It's a high floated ball to that far post. They find their big target, Dolabella, trying to get the ball back into the action. And this is what you want to see from this Rowdies group. You want to create a little bit of chaos in the box.
Good job there by McIntosh, making sure he sees it all the way out.
So we've got a corner coming, courtesy of Colony Grill. Perez the outswinger. Perez, another good-looking ball. This one headed in the 6-yard box. Good job by the Roots tracking it down. And now they'll try the quick counter. Oh, Rowdy's got to get back here. This could be serious trouble. Wait. Oh, man. Tell you what, if Peter Wilson is able to put that one on frame, it is golazo time.
I think you have to give Ostrom a lot of credit for the way he was able to backtrack on that one. Jamali Waite, he's a little bit in the middle there. Not sure if he's going to come out. He's high off of his line. But because the pressure that Ostrom is putting on Wilson, it's a good ball in behind. But he's forced to take that shot a little bit earlier than I think he wanted to.
So on comes the number 10, Florian Velo, for the first time. And we'll take one more look here.
It's a good through ball there. Good tracking defending there from Ostrom. It forces him a little bit wide. Tough angle to get that shot off.
When you're in that spot like Waite just was, what is going through your mind? Man.
A little bit of no man's land, to be completely honest. You get a little bit stuck in between. Should I come out for this ball? So anytime you see that ball drift wide like that, it's a good feeling.
Rowdy's now trying to kick it into overdrive here. This one's going to be sent back to the keeper. About 10 minutes of regulation remains here at Al Link Stadium.
This is the moment where the game for me gets extremely interesting. Last week versus Jacksonville, 0-0 game. The Tampa Bay Rowdies were pushing for the win, but Jacksonville was playing a lot more defensive. In this game, we just saw it there. It's 1-2 passes, quick through ball in from Wilson. Next thing you know, he's in behind. So the Oakland Roots are not our team that's not afraid to try to attack, even though this game is at 2-2 on the road. So even while the Rowdies try to push for these 3 points, they need to remain disciplined defensively.
Santos asking for help here. Send it back to Waite. Rowdies now will build with Schaefer. Who let the dogs out? You can, right here at Al Lang, April 25th. Pups and their humans coming together to cheer on the Rowdies. Fetch your tickets now and be a part of a night filled with goals, wags, and whistles. Rough and Rowdies night, April 25th.
That should be a fun one too. We had them in preseason against Sarasota Paradise. A little bit of an in-state rivalry that's brewing. USL Cup's first game. Dogs, USL Cup rivalries. What else do you need?
Now over the top with it, Cicerone trying to get to it. He'll have room here to work. Rowdies get numbers ahead here. Cicerone 1v1 trying to work. Lofting it up. And now headed out of the box.
Cicerone, he just has energy. The speed that he brings to the game in the 81st minute is the same speed that he brought to the game in the very first minute.
Gosh, so impressive. Love watching him compete. Cicerone remind you of anybody when you played, Jeff? Any comparisons to make?
Marty St. Louis. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Here's Oliveira trying to make some magic happen. Good idea that time. Looked like possibly a deflection.
He's a tough comparison, you know, when you think about the different types of players you play with. He's just a winger. He's able to put his head down. He's able to get after it. He's not afraid to get stuck in. So it's a little bit of a tough comparison. I'll have to think about that one a little bit more and get an answer back to you when I rack my brain for some of the players that resemble him.
Tampa Bay with the steal. Good opportunity here for the Rowdies. In the box now. Defense reacting for Oakland. And that lane shuts down quickly.
Perez just takes a little bit too long on that one. I thought he had a little bit of an opportunity there to strike earlier. But it's the extra touches that does him in.
Wilson going down, getting the benefit of the doubt. Rowdies fans unhappy. They thought the Rowdies had something cooking there.
There's not much there. I think it was the head-to-head contact. Maybe the referee saw that Wilson was hitting the head and decided to flag it, but I did not see much of a foul there.
Looks like he is going to exit the game here, perhaps. Yes, he will.
Oh, drop ball, yes. The referee called it for the head-to-head contact, for the contact to the head.
So the Rowdies now with possession. Schaefer sends this one off. Rowdies the only team in the league that has won every single game that they have played. It's in jeopardy right now, here in the 85th minute. Hackshaw. Left side they work. Again sent up in the air, headed out by Ostrom. And Tampa Bay gets it back here. Cicerone. Chance to make a run. Squeezing one through. It's Conway. That's the guy they want with the ball at his feet. The number 7 shifts to his left. Tries to squeeze it inside that far post. Great idea. Just could not execute off the left foot.
Took the words right out of my mouth, Drew. It's a great idea. Dolabella with the initial step. He finds Cicerone. Conway in this one-on-one situation. Tries to bait him to his right. Cuts that ball to his left to create himself a little bit of space. And off his foot initially, I thought it had eyes for that far post, but it just kept trailing just a little bit too much. It's a good job there, though, by Conway creating the space for himself, getting that ball to his left foot. Just not able to tuck it into that far post.
How many more chances will the Rowdies have here tonight? Expect this last few minutes to be really, really exciting. Waite's got to come up, take care of this. Good decision to come off his line.
It's a good read there by Jamali Waite. Wilson had that space in behind, and you know, something right now might not be able to see on the TV screen here as well as Oakland still has 3 forwards playing up top, so they're not getting into offensive mode either. So expect these last minutes plus stoppage time to be a little bit chaotic.
So it's Schneider now. Olivetta. Dos Santos. Schaefer and Schneider. Tough pass, eventually gets in there. And now the Rowdies can work. 13 Perez. Tampa Bay will keep possession. Rowdies, and the flag will go up here, the offside. Jeff, what do you think of the decision to insert Olivetta late in the game in a situation like this, seeing his very first action?
Experienced player, good on the ball, good in these moments of possession, but as well, what I like to see from him is can he get the ball at his feet and spray the ball in behind. I think that that's really why he was brought into the game. He has the experience, but also he has that ability to distribute the way that the Rowdies need to in order to find that space behind that Oakland defense. Can they find Cicerone? Can they find Conway making those runs? So I like the decision to bring him in, especially because of his experience, but really just his ability on top of the ball.
Minute now, just about 2 minutes left in regulation time. Dos Santos, and it's Cruz keeping possession. Schaefer. Cicerone. Long ball. Sebastian Cruz able to get to it. Send it in front here. Center of the box. Rowdies keep it once more. Schneider. Oliveira. Cicerone again. A little bit of a silence now in Al Lang. Crowd kind of on the edge of their seat. Can the Rowdies still do this here? Cicerone. Oh, and that's a late tackle. That's going to be the first yellow card of the game for Max Schneider here in the 90th minute.
A couple of Rowdies players are arguing with the call, but that's the right decision there for the referee. Schneider, he gets there a little bit late. Gets a lot of foot on this challenge as we see it. Yeah, just going through the backside. Good call there from the referee, but Schneider doing his best to try to get himself stuck in. Interesting to see how much stoppage time the ref's going to give him, but there hasn't been too many stoppages. It's getting been pretty free flowing throughout the course of it.
Certainly has. I'm guessing 3, maybe 4 minutes, if that. Won by Dolabella. He did a really good job posting up that time. And the Rowdies now can get organized. Santos here with Schaefer. Tampa Bay has not given up hope just yet. That pass given away. Rowdies will still be able to track it down, and we are into extra time here. 4 minutes extra time, 4 minutes. Perez, and now Schneider. Schneider nicely done left side here. Ostrom puts it in the air, goes for that far post, just a little bit in front.
It's a good idea. It's a good ball in. Unfortunately, Dolabella's making the right run. He's trying to find that far post, but just not able to get there. The ball hit with just a little bit too much pace. This is a moment here, though, with this throw in. Can the Rowdies lock them in, try to turn this ball over quickly? Good job there. Get the ball back immediately. Now get it moving side to side.
Oliveira. Rowdies working it here. They attack from the right side. Cicerone putting it in the air. It's up for grabs. Schaefer. Rowdies trying to stay in control here in a frantic moment. Oliveira again went for it, and got to watch for the counter here.
Good job getting numbers back from the Rowdies. It looks like Oakland had a chance to be off and running there.
Rowdies defense set. This one coming in. Tampa Bay in place. Dolabella. Rowdies trying to keep control here through the extra time. Nice little 1-2. Sebastian Cruz on the run. Cruz staying under control. Switching the point of the attack here to Luis Perez. Perez lofting one up. Oh, wow. Looking for Dolabella, the big target.
A little bit of frustration there from the Rowdies. I think Perez, he had more time on the ball, trying to find Dolabella on that far post. I don't think he recognized how much time he had on the ball. Do a little bit of the trying to connect passes a little bit more than forcing.
So the final minute here, and a goal kick. Rowdies running out of time.
That's a heck of a goal kick for McIntosh.
This one, oh, what a missile. Dangerous moment right there. And the Rowdies maybe chance for one more attempt here. Crowd will get behind him at Al Lang. Wade has got to let this thing go. Teams trading goal kicks here, and this is probably going to do it, and it will. So a 2-2 draw, and for the first time this season the Rowdies do not come up with a victory. They still get a point, remain unbeaten, but kudos to Oakland. They came in with a game plan, they executed it tonight, and the Rowdies will have to settle for just 1 point. So we get set to wrap this up. D'Andrelu on the field with one of the Rowdies after this, and we'll show highlights and look ahead. Tampa Bay Rowdies drawing Oakland tonight at home.
When we see you, we see ourselves. So the care you receive is exactly the kind of care we would want.
Great news. You're gonna be fine. You're all good.
Orlando Health. We make it personal.
Get ready, get set, get check. It's just that easy to sell your car with MorganBuysCars.com. First, visit MorganBuysCars.com and tell us a bit about your car. Next, receive an express cash offer online. Then, schedule an appointment at one of our 14 convenient locations to pick up your check. Plus, we'll beat anyone's offer on your vehicle, or we'll give you $500. So, get ready, get set, and get checked. Online at MorganBuysCars.com.
The Tampa Bay Rowdies are back at Al Lang Stadium for the 2026 season, with new players, new hunger, and new standards. But we can't do it alone. Talent alone doesn't win games. Your support matters. The atmosphere matters. Every rep, every sprint, every tackle, we are fighting for you. The season starts now. Join the fight and get your tickets at rowdysoccer.com. Come on, you Rowdies.
Well, tonight it was USL Championship soccer at its very best. The Rowdies in Oakland going at it for 90+ under the lights at Al Lang Stadium. When it's all said and done, a 2-2 draw. Rowdies get the point, Oakland a point as well on the road. The first goal scorer of this game was Marco Micheletto. He is down on the field with Deandra.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Marco Micheletto. Marco, a 2-2 draw tonight, but you get your team on the board early. Walk me through your goal. What were you seeing out there?
Yeah, it feels like it was a long time ago. I guess the keeper parried the ball, a shot from Russ, and I always try to follow it in, and I got lucky this time. It fell to my feet, and I put it away.
I know you didn't get the win tonight that you guys wanted, but what are some things that you liked about the way that this team played?
Well, it's another game that we didn't lose, obviously. We're a tough team to beat. I think at home this year, we want to take pride in winning our games, right? So it feels a little bit sour right now, but props to Oakland. I think they came out here. They had just a really good game. It was really hard for us to actually apply our pressure and get after them. They made it difficult. It's a shame that we dropped 2 leads, but that's something that we need to grow away and, come back on Tuesday and get better.
Thank you so much. Guys, I'll send it back to you.
All right, thank you, Deandra. Marco Micheletto takes so much pride in his craft and his game. You know how bad the Rowdies wanted to win tonight, but Jeff, sometimes it's just not in the cards. You just got to adjust, take what I guess the night gives you and move on.
I think Micheletto nailed it. I think Oakland had a good game plan for what the Rowdies like to do. The Rowdies like to press the ball. They want to turn you over and they want to attack quickly. Oakland did a great job in possession, spacing the field out. So now it's just time for the Rowdies to make adjustments. That's something that happens throughout the course of a USL season. Teams start to see the tape on you. You start to learn a little bit more about your opponents each time that there's a game played. And like you said, credit to Oakland for coming in here. They did a good job in possession. They did a good job making sure they were moving the ball from side to side. But also I want to give credit to the Tampa Bay Rowdies as well. well. They took the moments that they had in those transitional moments, made the most of them. They were threatening on the Oakland game. They were threatening against Oakland throughout the course of the game. And, for me, I think that this is a fair result for two teams that are going to be vying for the playoffs as the season continues to go on.
Still very early in the season as well. So the Rowdies still figuring out who they are. Oakland doing the same thing. And again, there were some very exciting moments in this game. The Rowdies creating opportunities and chances. They lose the possession battle tonight, but corner kicks, domination there, and again, winning the shot battle here at home.
Just a fair result. I think that this was a fair result for both teams. Like I said, the Tampa Bay Rowdies, this was going to be their most challenging game of the season that they've had to date, and I think that that's exactly what we saw. But this is a well-coached team. This is a team that sticks together. They're going to go back to the drawing board, see what they could have done differently, and get themselves prepared for this next one against Charleston, which will be a big one.
There's our upcoming schedule. The Rowdies heading to Charleston next week. If you're not going to Charleston to watch them, watch it on CBS Sports Network. That is going to be a fun night. Charleston, one of the most beautiful places in the country. If you're going to do a road trip, that's a pretty good place to go. We're back here in 2 weeks as the Rowdies take on the Sarasota Paradise for the first time ever. Cannot wait for that. And then you've got Indy 11, Rhode Island, Miami, also in the distant future for Tampa Bay.
This is the part of the schedule where the games just get rolling. Strap in. It's going to be a fun season for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. And like we said, there's a lot to be taken from this. They have 5 games, 13 points. If you would have said that at the beginning of the year, I think a lot of people would have been excited about it.
2-2 the final score. Hope you enjoyed it. We certainly did, bringing it to you once again on Tampa Bay's 44. For Jeff Attinella, Deandra Lou, and our phenomenal crew here at Outling Stadium, I'm Drew Fellio saying so long from downtown St. Pete, and have a great rest of your weekend.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.